Welcome. Welcome, HP Marlena's Divine Feminine Chat. I have sage here. I'm just lighting my sage, cleansing my area, getting ready for the new year. Reading. We are already in the new year. I'm just getting ready for this reading. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides. And thank you for this message. We're going to start in a couple minutes. As you guys know, when you light your sage, what do? You need to open the windows, open the door, do something. Because it's about the energies moving, getting the energies to move out of the area. So I'm just saging my area right now. Saging myself as well. And then I'm lighting the candles. I have my water here, bringing forth all the elements. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides, bringing forth this message for the Divine Feminine. You guys see all that smoke? This is my dragon blood sage. All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides, and thank you for your messages for the Divine Feminine. Bringing forth the strong messages very clearly for our Divine Feminine. Journey update. How you doing, Divine Feminines? How we doing today? You guys ready? Y'all ready? Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Let's do this. Who do we have here? How you doing? Is that Tracy? I'm sorry, making sure. I'm going to try to look at everything because I want to talk to you guys today. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. As you guys know, I'm going to do the Divine Feminine update, let you guys know what's coming, what we're dealing with now. I really wanted to come live yesterday, but I just didn't have the opportunity. So today, I wanted to talk about how we have basically, I think it's Venus moved into Sagittarius. Good morning, blessed, good. You know how Venus moved into Sagittarius, I think the beginning of the year. So just a couple days ago or a day ago, like on New Year's. So all of that to say, if this shifting of energy in the matriarchy, the balance of the patriarchy and matriarchy, it's like in effect, but it's like it's going to be a fiery energy. Now we know when it comes to energy, a fiery passion. I'm just saying, this is going to be kind of like a big boom, so this is going to be a major change. This is going to be some people not liking what you have to say, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. I already see what's coming. I just finished going live on Facebook to do just an overall love reading for the month. So if you don't follow me there, it's Graceful Healing Retreat on my Facebook. And the messages were very clear. So I look forward to seeing if these messages kind of tie in with that. Good morning. Who's that, Queen? Up too early. And you said led here. Good, good. Hopefully there's a message here for you today. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Let me go ahead and move my sage. Sage out the way. Since this is a Divine Feminine journey reading, we're going to start off with the Goddess deck and the Goddess message for us. And then we're going to move into a little bit of everything as far as the spirituality aspect, what we can expect. Overall, like I said, I believe there's a lot of passion going on right now. And you guys are in the driver's seat. The Divine Feminine is in the driver's seat. I'm just telling you. Happy New Year. Hello. How you doing, Marsha? Yes. Happy New Year to all. I hope you guys are having an awesome New Year. Oh, I'm glowing. It's probably my body butter. I'm just saying. But I feel good. I don't know about y'all, though, but I feel good. Whew. Okay, I love what's coming out already. I love what's coming out already. So Heart and Home came out upright. So this is dealing with, again, your home life, yourself, your authenticity of oneself. But what came out in reverse are all three of these things: illusions, crossroads, doubt. Go divine feminine. I love it. Doubt came in reverse. This means that you guys are starting to walk into your power. I love this. OMG. Okay. This couldn't have been any better. Also, crossroads. This is speaking to you making decisions, you making things happen. Look at that three-headed dog. You guys see that there? I want to make sure you guys see that. Look at that. It's like this is who you were, how you were, your emotions, but now it's becoming better. It's coming clearer to you. So this is like not having direction, not knowing what direction to go in, but now knowing what direction to go in. Confident in your direction that you're going in. Okay. I love it. Okay. And then we have here illusions also coming in reverse. Okay. Also coming in reverse. Now, when we're talking about illusions, we're talking about the fantasy. We're talking about giving people the benefit of the doubt for hoping, right? Hoping that they will do what you're expecting, hoping that they know what you want, hoping that, you know, that what you want, they'll just give you. Hoping. And you're in this illusion phase that they even know what you want. You're in this illusion phase that they know what love is. You know, this is you coming out of that, you know, because when it comes down to, truth be told, you know, everybody's perspective of love and unconditional love and what you want in your life and your upbringing and all these things play a role. So in essence, if you're looking for someone to treat you a certain way and their life was a whole nother way and they saw people being treated another way, they're going to treat you like they were raised, in essence. They're not giving you what you're looking for. They're giving you what they know, right? So this is about you coming out of that, realizing that, looking at the bigger picture. What does that really look like, right? So this is you not just taking for granted that someone knows what you want, knows what you feel, knows all these things. So I can tell you now, this is going to move forward towards, you know, throat chakra energy. I'm just saying, means that you need to speak your truth. I'm just saying, right? This means that you got to speak what you want, but not doubt. Because, okay, so this is what happens, right? So we get into this point where we start to doubt who we are, doubt our feelings for fear that we may be considered, you know, whatever, a nag. You guys tell me, what makes you doubt your feelings? What makes you doubt your illusions? I mean, your intuition. What makes you doubt you and what you want? What changes your mind from when you feel a certain way? Let's say you wake up in the morning, you're like, I want this for my life today. Like, for instance, the other day I woke up and I was like, I want a fucking crown. You know? I was like, I deserve a crown. I want a crown, right? I mean, by the time, you know, now, if I was to talk to people, right, and I tell people this, like, you know what? I want a crown. They be looking like, why you want a crown, you know? So what makes you then doubt? You feel me? What then makes you doubt that you deserve a crown, right? You know, so all of that to say, you know, it's people that will bring this doubt into your atmosphere. But at the end of the day, it's you. Right? So if it's other people that may say what you want is ridiculous or absurd or preposterous, right? But no, like, we're fighting against this energy of doubt. This is what we're fighting against, especially overall in this upcoming year. When I just did the reading, the overall energy spoke to, you know, unconditional love, real unconditional love, healing of unconditional love, this change, personal power, speaking your truth in unconditional love. True. I'm just saying, true. Now, how many of y'all know what true unconditional love is, right? Like, I mean, come on now. Like, there's a perception of happily ever after, right? We have this perception of happily ever after, but is it real? I'm just saying, they even have a show on HBO called Happily Ever After, you know. Come on now. No, like, you're setting kids up from the beginning. I mean, you're setting this up from the jump. I'm just saying, you know. But at the end of the day, what I wanted to make clear is this level of doubt is coming out. We're going somewhere else. You said you have to watch the Bridgertons. Honey, been there, done that. Watch the whole season like in a night, okay? I mean, I told my daughter to watch it, right? And I was like, you need to watch this because this is like the foundation of the BS of what marriage comes from. Like, you know, now granted, I've been married multiple times. If you guys know me, you know, I've been married. It's not like I don't believe in it. But I mean, this is like, you know, the perception, what the undergirding energy is around marriage stems from lack for females. spends from lack and not having, and laws that said that women couldn't have money. Like, so then they're sitting there doing whatever they can, and people are still doing this shit today. I mean, it was just preposterous. I mean, it was just crazy. But I told my daughter to watch it because I was like, I just need you to understand what I've been telling you about, right? Yeah, we're going to church this morning. I'm telling you. I'm like, so everybody's looking for the exact same shit, I mean, it's crazy to me. Everybody still wants the exact same stuff that, you needed, or, you dealt with, or you had to have back then, because you didn't have any, you didn't have anything. The laws took everything from you, claimed you were nothing, that you were not valuable, that you had to have a man, even a woman who had a son, that son had more. That was crazy. Did y'all see that? The son had more power than she did over her children and the outcome of her children and all that, her oldest son. Seriously, when her husband died. For real, though? That was ridiculous. But she told it like it was, though. Did you guys see that? How she told it like it was? She was like, look, you're not the man of this house for real. Because if you was the man of this house for real, you'd make sure all of the kids were taken care of. You just playing acting like father or whatever. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, y'all. I went on a tangent. I'm sorry. You said it, that made me think of the divine feminine. Absolutely. Now, remember that time frame came after another time frame, because there was a time frame where the matriarchy, the divine feminine, high priestess, were worldwide, bringing forth knowledge, and had more temples than churches there are today. I mean, that's how prevalent they were, how important they were, and how the matriarchy pretty much came in and downplayed all of that, stripped away everything. I mean, there's even like Catholic temples on top of where temples were for divine feminine priestesses. I'm just saying, don't get me started. So our life didn't start there. Our life started way before with power. And then it was demonized, and then it was, brought down to this less menial, what is considered a pure woman and all that bullshit. Really? Seriously, though? I'm just saying. God, don't get me started here this morning. I'm trying to get a message out. I'm trying. Y'all co-signing over there trying to keep me going. I know what's going on. But truth be told, that doubt stems from a patriarchal mindset. The doubt of witchery, the doubt of witchcraft, and how you're not allowed to be this and you're not allowed to be powerful, all these things. You see what I'm saying? Don't get me started, y'all. All these things are going on, but it stemmed from really insecure patriarchy, male, masculine energy. Let me just put it out there, okay? It comes from an insecure masculine energy, right? So they wanted to demonize us. They wanted to, because they can't fight against it. They're like, how do we fight against spirituality? How do we fight against their knowing? How do we fight against their intuition? Whereas once we were revered as powerful spiritual portals, because we bring forth life into this dimension, into this world. First, we were revered for this, revered for our powers, our understanding, our intuition, our knowledge, our understanding, our ... And then it was like, okay, how do we shut this shit down? They got too much power. You see what I'm saying? And it's so funny because I had this mind frame as a child. I was like, this shit is backwards. Like, that's why I know, my purpose has always been the upliftment of the divine feminine, because this shit's been backwards since I was little. I was like, this shit ain't right. Something ain't right about this situation. Like, okay, you're demonizing my innate ability. You're demonizing my innate. You use me for what you want me for, and then you demonize the rest. So it's like you're taking... Wow. I'm going to just say this. The devil is a liar. This message will get through today. We will not have this. This is ridiculous. Whew. Hopefully I'm still live. Can you guys let me know if you still see me? Please let me know if I'm still live before I continue, because this happened once before, and I'm not quite sure what happens when it cuts me off totally. So if you guys can just let me know if you can hear me, and then I may have to switch over to another live. But just give me a thumbs up, hand clap, whatever. Okay, good, good. You know, this ish happened before, okay? You know, I'm just saying, this happened before and I was going on. I was having a good time. Next thing you know, the shit did not record. It did not. Nobody was here. I thought I came back and it was here. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Okay. So, all of that to state, you know, I'm going to continue with my message because we are not going to get shut down here today. I mean, this is the truth, though. This is the power of it all. So you just got to be careful of what is in your surrounding that wants to demonize you. Now, if we're being demonized for your innate sense of being, your innate knowing, your innate knowledge, what does that tell you? If this is something that's like a child coming here crying and you're saying you're a demon for crying, what the? I'm just saying. The child's trying to get some milk. The child's trying to tell you they're uncomfortable. The child's only way of communicating is crying, and then you're going to demonize it because that's the only power they have at that moment or that they know of at that time, right? So all of that to say, you know, if there's anybody around you demonizing who you are, demonizing what you bring to the table, demonizing you as a mother, a person, a lover, a friend, demonizing you as a spiritual being, demonizing you as an intuitive person trying to claim that what you said is false when you're following your own intuition, any of these things, this year you will be like, no, that is a no-go. We won't be doing that here today, okay? We will not be doing that here today. So all that to say, all doubt got to go. All doubt has got to go. So I love that all of these messages came in reverse. This is knowing your direction, no doubt. And oh, I love the illusions, telling it like it is. Okay, how many of us are sitting in illusions? And I never heard y'all answers to the question. I still want the answer to the question. Like, what makes you doubt yourself? I mean, I know I put out a lot of examples, but I would love to hear from you guys. What makes you doubt yourself? Like when you wake up, like I said, my example was me waking up and wanting a crown. You know, what makes me doubt that I deserve a crown or I should get a crown, or what makes you doubt that? So what in your life makes you doubt what you innately know? You know, I would love to hear your comments. So let me continue. Let's go ahead and just look into a bit of wisdom for the divine feminine. So we have the goddess message, no more doubt, walking in confidence, knowing what direction you want to go in, no more illusion. Okay. Oh, wow. I mean, this came over on Facebook. Times have changed. The collective energy is against my deeper knowing. Absolutely. But the collective energy is changing to assist you in your deeper knowing. Watch this, boo. I released doubt during the full moon. Awesome, beautiful. I love it. Look at this, guys. Okay, time to go. Time to go from what, right? Time to go. Time to clean up. Time to clean your house, clean out what doesn't belong. And then look at that. You getting a leg up, assistance. This is talking about leaving behind. And this came over on Facebook, actually. Speaking to the love of the, you know, just in unconditional love. Leaving behind old ways of thinking. Leaving behind a collective old way of thinking. This is cleaning a lot of this out of your closet, cleaning the, you know, the spider webs out of your closet, all of the bones, you know, whatever it is that you're hiding, all these things that you've been doing to, in essence, survive. I give it to you. You know, in essence, to deal, in essence, to cope, in essence, to live. You know, there's a lot of things we changed in our lives that are not innately us in order to survive. Now, do we want to live in this survival energy, or do we want to live? Literally live. I'm just hearing live. You know, I was about to say live in a, but no, Spirit said live. Okay. So this is about leaving behind a lot of those old ways of thinking, cleaning a lot of these things away. What in your house is a reminder of your lack, or a reminder that you should shut the fuck up? You know, what reminds you that you should doubt yourself? What reminds you that you should live in this happily ever after mindset, right? What reminds you that you don't know which way to go, that you're dependent upon someone else to tell you which way to go? What reminds you of that? My upbringing was the cause for my doubt. Also, my desire. Good. Yeah. Also, My desire to please people. I've since realized that I can have and be and do anything. Amen. Hallelujah. I love it, girl. Don't get me over here dancing. No, you're absolutely right. I think that's all of us. I mean, how many of y'all want to co-sign that? Go ahead and just, thumbs up that to her. Give her some love there, because that's around the board. That's many of us raised a certain way to believe. And that's why this is so difficult, because now you're going to get your own upbringing. What's your core? What's at your core? But Spirit is saying we're cleaning away. We're cleaning away that core belief. Now it's like you can step out on something else. What makes you, again, believe that? So how can we leave that behind, right? How do we leave that behind? Let me get a message. I'm going to read a message. Let's see what Spirit wants me to read for you guys. Awesome. I love it. I can't. This also came out on Facebook too. Breaking ancestral runes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hello, Miss K. How you doing? Yes, absolutely, guys. I must say that we have breaking ancestral runes here. Absolutely. So what we have here is how this is about to be fair, and this is observing. This came out on Facebook, the observing piece. That's exactly where the doubt comes from. Absolutely, no doubt. No doubt. And when you're dealing with that in your upbringing, it's like you don't just shake that off, okay? I'm doing good, Miss K. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys again for being here. I love you guys. But yes, this is not something you shake off easily. Like when it comes to your upbringing, that's not something you shake off, because you still be inundated with it. So in order to kind of jump over that harsh understanding, that perspective, in order to get over that hump, because it's a hump, because now you're not just fighting your past. You're still fighting your current. You're still fighting your family. You're still fighting people who believe the same thing, especially when you're censored and you're the center of a bunch of people who believe the same thing. So you're inundated with it all the time, the same mindsets, right? So it's a hump that you have to get over, and it's a hard lesson to learn to leave it behind. I'm just saying. So when you do decide you really want to do it, and now, like I said, that's where that personal power comes into play, because now you're like, regardless of what they say, you're like, I don't want to hear that. I know I had a interesting conversation where I was just like, no, like everything you're saying, I tell my daughter all the time, be careful what you allow in your hearing, be careful what you allow in your seeing, in your atmosphere, all of that, because these things inundate your mind and will change you based off of it. So if you have somebody constantly talking to you negatively, or constantly telling you you're a nag, or constantly telling you something negative about yourself, constantly, you start to believe it. Whether you want to believe it or not, you start to believe it. So you have to like shut that down. Like, no, I don't want to hear this. I'm walking away. I don't want this in my hearing. I don't want this in my atmosphere. I don't want this in my presence. As a matter of fact, you don't deserve to be in my presence if that's how you're going to discuss or talk to me. Like, this is something that you are not going to do. When you start putting your foot down, people start to hear you. And they're like, what? Hold up. Wait a minute. Like, I can't manipulate you like I've been doing? No. I got issues, y'all. I'm sorry. Amen. I love it. Amen. Tell it like it is. So in essence, to bring forth this balance, you have to look at things from a different perspective. So in order to change your mindset, in order to change this struggle, you have to look at things from a different perspective, a different mindset. You have to open your heart in a different way. You have to realize that what you've been fed is garbage, bullshit, whatever. Now, I'm not saying it's all terrible, but what I'm saying is at this point, you now have to decide for yourself, because you're the only one that's responsible for you, My daughter said something so profound like a couple weeks ago. I loved it. A family member got pissed at me, her grandmother. I'm going to just put it out there. Perception is everything. It can make or break you. Amen. I love it. And she pretty much stated that, she was coming at me because it was some issues going on with COVID. My daughter, she was in an atmosphere where she had COVID, chose to be in that atmosphere, whatever it was. I just said, you need to get tested. You need to stay there. Wait till you get to a certain point where you get tested before you come back here. Okay. That's before you come up in this house. Okay. So you can choose to do what you want to do. My daughter is 19, she'll be 20 this year, all that to say, I can't control you. I'm just saying, I love her. I can't control you. But what you ain't going to do is put me in harm's way if it comes down to that. I'm not going to allow you to do that. And that's my child. I'm just saying. Can you imagine somebody else trying to put me in harm's way? Y'all really ain't got shit going for you. That is so funny to me. But anyway, so grandma comes like, I can't believe you're treating your child this way and you shouldn't do that. And I'm looking like, seriously, are we about to have this conversation? Like, you really don't want to do this with me right now. I'm very confident in my motherhood. I'm very confident in what I do. I'm very confident that I'm a damn good mother. And you're not going to come in here and try to tell me I'm something different. I'm just saying. So again, that same fire and instinct that goes for my child, that goes for family, also goes for the masculine. I'm just saying. But it wasn't always that way. It's like, it wasn't always that way when it came to the grandmother. It wasn't always that way when it came to other people telling me how I should be or how I should mother or how I should ... But I've always had an innate sense of knowing when it came to my mothering, and I always knew I was damn good at what I do. I'm just saying. You said, my world, my rules. I know that's right. It's always been that with the grandmothers. Yeah. And it was on the other side, if you know what I mean, So I was just like, wow. So I texted my daughter and I told my daughter, I was like, look, this is what's going on right now, because I didn't answer the phone. So she felt like, texting me. So I didn't answer the phone. But so I forwarded the texts to my daughter, and I was like, see, this is the shit that's going on. I'm just saying, this is what always happens for me. And nobody else gets blamed for shit, only me, right? Which is the reason why other people don't know how to take accountability for their own shit. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. But I'm not gonna go there right now. So I sent it to her. She sent a message to her grandmother. I was so proud of her. She stood up for herself. She was like, look, she can't take accountability for what she didn't know. Like, literally, I didn't know what environment she was going into. And this is with her family. And she could have chosen a different option, but she made it clear to her grandmother that I chose to do this. So I understand why my mother is saying that I need to get a test. I understand why my mother is saying I need to do this. So stop demonizing her. And what G-Ma said? G-Ma was like, I don't care. That's your mother. No matter what, she should do whatever she got to do to make sure you good. No, because if I was to do whatever I needed to do to make sure she was good, I would have made sure she never went into that environment. That's how I go. But my daughter knows this. So she made it clear that she was going to do this without me. Fine. Again, you about to be 20. Do your thing. But just know, before you come back here, you need to be cleared. I'm just saying. You can't come up in this motherfucker like that. I'm just saying. But, from the G-Ma's perspective, it was like all my fault. I didn't even know what was going on, but it was all my fault. But I love the fact that my daughter made it very clear. And coming from granddaughter, it was like, what? She's coming back and like, what? She was shocked because my daughter's sitting there saying, I am my own person. She can't take accountability for my own actions. I have to take the consequences for my own actions. I didn't tell her certain things because that's what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So people will make you feel like you're doing something wrong. Like, literally, no, maybe that's what y'all did back in the day. And I get it. You in your 70s or 60s or whatever, that's the mind frame back then. I feel you. That's what you had to do. I get it. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm choosing to do. And obviously, that's not what my daughter's going to do. You see what I'm saying? So we have the opportunity to change. But a lot of our mindsets are still stuck back in the 50s, still stuck back in the 1800s, still trying to be trapped in a situation and take shit the same way, and you don't even have to. Like, come on. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. So we're trying to bring forth balance here. This is about preservation of balance. We're trying to look at things from a different perspective, and we are obtaining balance. So let me go ahead and just read to you this message. Whew. Where's the book, y'all? Where the book at? Where the book at? Let's see. I'm really looking for the book. Oh, here it is. And it's right in front of my face. I'm just saying. Okay, so we're going to look at Observer, and we're just going to look at that overall. That's number 49. Okay. I'm here, and it breaks down to 13. So some of you, that may be something you need to hear right now. So 49. So we're going to look into 49 is speaking to the observer, perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Most people see the world through the personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experience, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only realities. I mean, isn't that what we're just talking about, right? So we're stuck in these old paradigm realities, right? And so much that we believe in these own realities. Okay, that these are the only realities. There are times when you need distance, okay? in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstance from a more neutral vantage point. How is one of those times now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do something different, exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. Illumination. That's what we said over here. Illumination. We're getting rid of this, right? We're getting rid of this, right? You see what I'm saying? So we're getting out of this illusion. We're now illuminating what we need to see. So this is deep, right? So we're looking at things from a different perspective, realizing that our reality doesn't have to be our reality, because this is a reality that our environment, our culture has taught us. And so now you're having to go outside of this reality. Simple as that, right? So let's go ahead and to be fair. Now we already know this speaks to justice, right? This speaks to justice. This is 38, breaks down to 11. And this speaks to justice. So I'm still ready to hear some of y'all perspectives. What makes you doubt? I still want to hear your comments, guys. Make sure you leave your comments. If you're not live here with me today, still leave your comments. I would still love to know what makes you doubt, right? So we also have, to be fair, bringing forth justice here. So this is going to reiterate exactly what I just said. So, and we're also going to look at the relationship aspect of this as well. This is speaking to balance and justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, not just the benefit of one, and y'all know what I'm talking about, not just a submission to one, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? This is talking about laws of cause and effect, just like my daughter who's 19 said, you know, I have my own consequences for my actions. I'm my own person. She can't make me, she can't take responsibility for. I am my own person. I love it, right? The laws of cause and effect. Life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time, they strike a balance. Is your life imbalanced? Because yes, you can give. I don't have a problem with that. Yes, give, listen, understand, you know, but receive, right? Receive understanding, receive gifts, receive that also listening ear. So if that's not in balance, there's a problem. So if you're constantly giving till you're depleted, that's not balance. That's imbalance. That's toxic. You got to put it in balance. Don't wait for somebody else to put it in balance for you. You take the lead. It's for you to correct. If you're looking for somebody, that's almost like, I mean, I'm just comparing it to children because, you know, we feminines, hey, that's like asking your 10-year-old child to correct their behavior on their own. They don't have the capability, know-how, understanding to correct their behavior. Hence the reason why you're there, to help them correct their behavior. Now, granted, you don't want to be with somebody who you got to correct their behavior. I feel it, right? But you don't want to, I see victor, not victim. I love it. Yes. What else did I miss? Take initiative in your ascension. Absolutely. Yes, please. Make sure you guys like. I really appreciate it. Thumbs up. I appreciate it. Yes, absolutely. So this is about you taking power, taking your personal power. Now, we just had that out here, right? This is about you healing through your own personal power, your own growth, right? This is about you stepping into that, knowing your power, and making the decisions and changing it for yourself. So again, coming out of the illusions, getting rid of doubt. You're at a crossroads. What do? Wait for somebody else to fix it for you? I'm just saying, are you going to wait for somebody else to fix your life for you? That's how you put yourself in these positions of victimhood mentality. This is when you, oh, they didn't do this for me. Oh, they didn't do that. Oh, they're supposed to do. We really get caught up on that, right? You're supposed to love me. You're supposed to love me like this. And they're like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Because I can't love you the way you want me to love you. Because I don't even know how to love you the way you want me. Because I was loved this way and it was abusive. I saw love in a different way, and it was toxic. So I'm giving you what I know. You're asking me for something. I can't give it to you. I can't help you. They can't help you. You help yourself. You teach, you train, you lead, whatever you want to do, if that's what you want. But I'm just saying, reality is, it's the perspective. Do you feel like you're supposed to have somebody that's supposed to, don't get me started. Anyway, let's go. Let's keep going. So life offers you experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nurturing. Yet over time, they strike a balance. You move between oscillating between doing and discovering and receiving, getting and going, right? Loving and letting go. And then you're doing it again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always isolate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are in this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. Now, let me read the relationship message associated with this. Can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. Damn, didn't I just say that? I'm just saying. There is much to be learned, and you will learn it. And you will remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and action. The best kind of relationship is the one in which there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, respected, and be fair overall. I'm just saying, do you feel valued? Do you feel respected? I mean, all of these things are so important, right? Do you feel heard? Are you the one that's listening and hearing all the time, but you're not speaking? Are you the one who's always understanding, but not understood, and therefore you're constantly depleted, right? I mean, it's reality. So it's like, what are you oscillating in between, or are you keeping it like this? Balance comes as a result of you kind of getting and receiving. But if you're always, coming up short, put it back into balance. What do you got to do to balance your own stuff out? Sometimes that means walking away. Sometimes that means cussing somebody out. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. Sometimes that means not allowing somebody to speak over you and you not say anything. Like sometimes that means you got to speak up. And sometimes some people will yell at you, and don't get me started, bullying, those bullying tactics. You may see that in your own household where you have a grown person bullying you and speaking up and yelling and, oh, but what about me? And you are doing this to me. And I'm like, but hold up, wait a minute. You doing this to me, so am I supposed to accept it? I'm just saying, right? So, I mean, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, I would love to hear your perspective, and I would love to hear your comments below. But, I mean, that's reality. Whew. All right, I had to get that out. Let's go ahead and look at our rebel deck. Let's see what the rebels of the divine feminists have to say. But I love this. Let me see how far in I am. Okay, so we're about 40 minutes in. I'm gonna try not to go over an hour, guys. How you guys doing? Where you guys hailing from? How you guys doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? Ooh, y'all saw that? Did y'all see that come out? Lord. Ooh, I love it. In the world, not of the world. Beautiful. And we have after the storm, which is number 1. This is a new beginning. Look at that, guys. Oregon in the house. Oh, awesome. Okay. You said my doubt comes from what did I say? Overthinking. Oh, yes. Take initiative in your own ascension. Absolutely. My doubt comes from overthinking. But see, okay, the overthinking aspect comes in when you don't feel confident in your decision. So when you're overthinking the situation, it's because you can't pinpoint what it is you really want. And so when you start to overthink, it's really because you're taking into perspective all these other people's aspects. And tell me if I'm wrong. So you're like, okay, well, I'm thinking this, but I kind of want this, but I really want to go here, but what are they going to say? But if I do this based on my past, I'm now going to feel this too. So now you're thinking kind of like, you know, like I said here, right? This crossroads. This is that overthinking mindset. You see the three-headed dog here? This is that overthinking mindset. You feel me? So it's because you're thinking about the future, you're thinking about the past, but what is your present illumination? What is your present intuition telling you, right? I saw you, Michigan, in the house. Hey, woo-hoo. You know, and so when you're overthinking, it's only because you're considering all these things. Stay still. Hit a bell, do something. Look, I'm just saying, this is a way to kind of clear all that out. You feel me? Change that and center yourself and only understand and believe and trust what you're saying. Don't think about the people from the past. Don't think about what the present will hold. Try to remain present, and then that is what you will feel, okay? Beautiful in the world and not of the world. Oh, yes, beautiful. Yes, this message here really speaks to, look at this. I just want you guys to see it. Look at that. Let me see if I can get closer, because this light kind of throws it off a bit. But if I turn the light off, this is what it looks like. Can you guys see it? Can you see it clearly? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? In the world, not of the world. This speaks to your power beyond. This speaks to your power beyond what you feel. This is about you spiritually feeling one way and physically feeling another. Have you guys ever been in this place? And the only reason why I know and I can understand and I can empathize with you is because I've been there as well, where you're like, okay, I want to be ... but I'm just physically, my body is not allowing me to do that. It's like spiritually, you're like, I'm wanting to move in a certain way. Spiritually, I know I'm more powerful. Spiritually, I know I'm a portal. Spiritually, I know what I need to do, but my body is in essence stopping me. So this is you knowing you're not of this world. You're knowing your power. You're knowing your limitlessness, but your body is like, but you're here in the world. So it becomes this tug of war between body and spirit. Spirit can in many cases, your body. Your mind can, in many cases, overcome your body's aspect. So I hope that makes sense. So yeah, stand still, Queen. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. So this is what this is speaking to. Recognizing that, because your body really, in essence, yes, you're fighting your ego. Absolutely. Yes, it's a fight between your ego and spirit. And so you have to sometimes, have you guys ever felt like, I just really don't want to get out of bed. I just can't get out of bed right now. I just don't want to get out of bed. Now, granted, your mind can really tell you, get the fuck out of bed, right? Your mind can really tell you, get out of the bed. Get out of the bed, take one foot at a time, and get out of that bed. But you're inside, something's holding you back. And it could be hurt, depression. It could be you're crying. You may be feeling just like no energy. But your spirit could come in at that moment and make you do anything. But for some reason, it's like you feel like it's gone from you. It's never gone from you. It's never gone from you. You may be hiding from it. You may be holding yourself back from it because maybe you feel like, you don't deserve it. Maybe you feel like you're not enough. But it hasn't gone anywhere. It's there. So now at this moment, you're having to recognize, love, appreciate all these things about oneself, and know that sometimes your body is fighting your spiritual understanding, your mental, your heart, even, because it's a conditioning of one's body as well. He said, yes, our cells are always listening. Talk to the innate within us. Absolutely. To create change, deep, resonating heart. Absolutely. Yeah. So, those times, it's hard, but those are the times when you're just going to have to, and those are the times also when you call out for help. Even if it's a small whisper, I remember I talked to someone a long time ago, and she was like, you just don't sound like yourself. And this happens a lot, right? Somebody may say, you just don't sound like yourself. You sound kind of down, or you just sound even weak. Even it's like even in your voice, in your heart, it's almost like you can't get it out, and you're just like, hi, hello, good morning. You know, I just don't feel good today. I just, and you can feel the weakness in the voice. And she was like, what? What did you say? Hello? Like, hello? And I'm like, hello? She's like, that doesn't sound like you. I need you to sound like you. Hello? I'm like, hello? Like, like, I mean, to the point where I was just like, hello? I just put it out there like, hello, how you doing? She's like, that's who I know. Like, it's something, it's like you're having to fight through it. And so she was helping me to fight through it in that moment because it was something that was holding me back, right? And I've had these moments. Deep breathing definitely helps. Yes, also yelling. Let me put it out there. Also, yelling helps too, okay? You feel exposed. Absolutely. Speak with strength. Absolutely. But it's like the reason why you're really feeling that way, and you don't really understand it probably, it's like it's probably not 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 at that moment. Like it may not be adding up for you at that moment, but there's something that's making you feel weak in that moment. And there's times where I have been able to realize that this is not me, and when you can get to that point where you realize and follow your gut and say, this is not me, that's when you yell just because you say whatever's around me right now, it goes away, but send it back to sender. Whatever somebody's sending towards you, I send it back to that sender. This is when you speak like, I will not be defeated. This is when you yell it to the top of your lungs. I will not be defeated. I mean, just speaking that clears the room, just like this bell. You don't need this bell to do it. You don't need the sound bowl to do it. But just like this will clear the energy. You can walk throughout your house and clear the energy. I have sage here to clear the energy. But your voice, your vibration can clear the energy. That's how powerful you are. You don't need an object. That's how powerful you are. Granted, it helps. But your power is really within, right? So just like this has a vibration, your voice has a vibration to bring forth power, and you speak it, and it will be, right? Clapping helps too. Absolutely. However you want to make sound, dancing, stomping, all that, all this, all that Holy Ghost, dancing in the spirit and all that helps. Yeah. You'd be surprised what you learn, in your spiritual upbringing. A lot of those things help in many ways. Now, they may not want you to use it in these other ways. They may say, use it in this way when you're in church, or use it in this way when you do this. But God forbid, you could talk to God, but God forbid you talk to Susie's mother. I told you guys when I went to the mediumship conference last year, that's what it was coming down to when I was learning and we were working with a nun in regards to mediumship capabilities. It was okay in the church for her to talk to St. Michael, St. Peter, St. John, But when it came to her talking to Susie's mother, Malcolm's father, Devontae's aunts, you see what I'm saying? It became an issue. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, she started her own church nonetheless. But the point is, it's in Lilydale, in case you guys are interested. Her name is, I'll put it up, but you guys can go back and look at one of my Divine Feminine. I think last year it was the mediumship conference, and I did 5 days of me being at the mediumship conference and some of the things I learned. And I wrote in there who I worked with. It was John Holland, and it was a nun. It begins with an H, I believe. So you guys can go back and watch that. And I talked to you about what we learned and what we did in that mediumship conference. And so it was a very interesting video. So I would definitely go back and watch that. But all of that to say, I saw a message here. What did you guys say? Hello, Tracy. Love and elevation. Amen. Hello. So all these things really do help. So know that. So a lot of the things that you were taught in these other environments really pertain to even your spiritual journey. I grew up in a Christian household, going to church every day, every weekend, and multiple times a week. So all the same things I learned, just like when I learned to pray fervently. My sister taught me how to pray. And what I realized was when I got a little older, she taught me how to pray fiercely. And when I was listening to the prayer and I was praying, I was learning, I was like, hold up, this sounds like a chant. I'm like, this borderline sound like a spell, but she would never claim it as so. I mean, she's in this huge, I'm not even gonna tell you whose church she's in, and her husband's a deacon and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, the point still remains that at the end of the day, she's still doing the same things, they're still doing the same thing. At my church, we still do the same thing. We still clap, we still sing, we still, all these different things that you learned when you grew up, you can still use in your spiritual journey today. It's just that I got upset, or I felt trapped at a certain point, and therefore it made me feel upset, because I never can be bound. FYI, I can't be trapped. I can't be controlled. I can't be controlled by fear, any of those things. So all those things I reject. So when you try to tell me I can't be who I am innately, I got a problem. You see what I'm saying? So when you try to tell me that, it just doesn't work for me. I'm just putting it out there. It just doesn't work for me. All that to say, but a lot of those same things you can use in your current spiritual journey. It's not that, okay, if you listen to tarot, then you're a terrible person. No, it's just that I want to go outside of the knowing. I wanted to go outside of what I was learning, and I wanted to learn more. And I just felt like I was being held back for more knowledge, more understanding, more power. And I wanted that more power. And that's all it came to. So really, when it came to my religious upbringing and it came to my religious journey, it came to a halt when I wanted to be more. If that makes sense. I wanted to grow more. And I have ancestors who are deeply, and my ancestors are okay with what I do as well. And they were raised the same way. Just said that this morning. You said, just said this in my reading yesterday. Yeah. I mean, it's real. It's reality. And it's the same thing. It really is. So if you just want to grow beyond that, it's a beautiful thing if you want to grow beyond that. So all of that to say, continue to grow. Let's just go ahead and again, I want to finalize the message, because I told you guys I didn't want to go over an hour if I didn't have to. But if you guys have any questions, this is the time to let me know. You guys got 8 more minutes. But we have here, after the storm and in the world, not of the world. So after the storm, 2020, right? Even I don't feel like 2020 was that bad. You guys know my perspective on that. If you don't, go back and watch some of the videos from earlier in 2020. But my perspective is different, and as it pertains to that. It's a more freeing, understanding perspective. And but after the storm, after you've come out of these places of hurt, and I'm hearing animosity, after you've come from this place of resentment, even, you realize that this is just a physical reality, a temporary blip on the radar of time. You've been here multiple times. I talked to you guys about past life regression. I've done a lot of past life regressions. I've seen my own past lives. I have done the hypnosis for past lives. I've done readings for past lives. I've had my own messages in regards to my past lives. It's real. And when you realize that, you can kind of walk more in a powerful way, because it's not like this is the end all to be all. So you can kind of, in essence, walk in your power, because you're like, you know what? It is what it is. YOLO. Woohoo. It is what it is. You only live once. That's bull. I live multiple times. I don't know about y'all, but I've been here plenty of times. I'm just saying. But, oh, guys, did you guys see the movie Soul? I thought that was interesting. I was like, Disney's doing this? What? Did you guys see that? Oh my gosh. I was like, what? Disney? Was it Pixar films? I was like, go ahead, Disney. I loved it. With Jamie Foxx. Did you guys see it yet? It's on Disney, I think. I don't know if it's coming out on other forms as well, but I think Disney Channel or Hulu. It's one of them. It's on one of those. But the movie was good. I was surprised. I was shocked. I personally was shocked. Oh. Okay, your advice, guys. Okay, hold up. Okay, God, Spirit is making me pull out my Isis deck. So, and I haven't used this for a while, especially in this form, but Spirit is asking me to give you a message from Mother Isis. So I'm gonna go ahead and go there. But let me just give you a quick love advice. It was speaking to asking for help, your spiritual connections, and true love. So ask for help as it pertains. And this really just goes with the message, right? This makes so much sense. We have true love here. This is a once in a lifetime love. We have asking for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. Again, that receiving energy, right? And then we have spiritual connection. This relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. We just spoke about that, right? So all of that to say, again, ask for what your needs to be met, right? Ooh, Ooh, y'all saw that? Ooh, my. And I feel like more wants to come out. I told you I wasn't trying to be here forever. Let's see. Mother Isis has a message for you. Whew. Abundance. Okay, stellar blessings of the celestial goddess of abundance. So spirit. So this is speaking to our divine feminines here. This is speaking to your power for abundance. In the middle of this, you will see like it's just like a cornfield, trees kind of here. Let me just look and see what message they want to bring to light here. I just heard abundance of joy. Abundance of understanding is where your power lies. Seeing clearly. Seeing clearly is your power. I'm hearing, I just heard don't negate your power. Bring forth to the light all that which is. Bring forth to the light. That's again getting rid of the illusions. Bring to the light. Speak your truth. Speak up. But bring forth to the light all that which is. I'm hearing all that which is powerful. Let me see what this other message is. The next message is dark mysteries. Okay. I'm hearing hidden truths. This is hidden truths about your power. Again, going back to the beginning message about the power of divine feminine and how it's been hidden. There's temples on tops of temples. There are artifacts out there worldwide that speaks to the divine feminine power. But I always think of it this perspective. But the patriarchy has an amazing PR team, that makes you feel like you can't, makes it look one way when it really is another. And if somebody got to work that hard, that's why they killed, maimed, burned. Ooh, wow. To get you to forget. Ooh, whew. Okay, there's a very pissed off energy with me right now, and it's a pissed off divine feminine energy. Is a feminine energy that's really coming through right now. I'm hearing raped and pillaged, took everything. Like hold up. I see fire burning. I see horses. They did it all to take away your power, to leave you feeling empty, worthless. I'm hearing now it's time. It's time. It's time. Whew. Ooh, Lord. Ooh. You can see what you see through this message. I mean, the vision they showed me, it was so profound, because it's like, this is why the feminine is so angry, and they have the nerve, people, whether it be masculine figures, whatever it is, to make you question your anger, as if your anger, like something's wrong with that. Like, if you feel some kind of way, how dare you say it's something different? I'm sorry, guys. If you're feeling some kind of way and you're angry, pissed off, they're giving you that anger so you can make moves. So you can make moves in your own favor. So you can make moves in your own, for your own betterment, for your own good, for the betterment of your family, for the betterment. And the anger within you, you should not apologize for. That's what they're afraid of. I've moved and manifested the best of things through the power that comes with anger. I've heard from other people who are angry. I can hear their voices from hundreds of miles away, 20 miles away, whatever. I can hear it because it's coming through a divine feminine's mouth who's angry. I mean, my readings are a testament to it, you know, because you see beyond space and time. But your anger, you should not be apologetic for. You should not apologize. Do not apologize for your anger and how you feel. That's what we got to get rid of, this perspective regarding your emotions and how you feel and how it's demonized. It's okay. It's okay. Enter the chamber of the dark goddess. That's what this message says. Enter the chamber. This is shadow work. This is you not feeling like you have to be all light. There's a light and dark. There's a balance between both of you. There's the fierce you that protects you. There's the spiritual you that also protects you. But you can do it both ways, and both of them in balance work in harmony. Let her out, the dark goddess. Allow her to help you make change in your life. And do not apologize for it. Don't let nobody make you feel bad for it. And you will receive an abundance through it. I'm gonna get on out of here, guys. I'm sorry. I don't like to get emotional here. I really don't. But that was like, ooh, Lord. You guys doing okay? I'm gonna say goodbye. You guys all right? I couldn't see any messages there for a minute. You said, yes, I can see it and feel it. Cancer sun here also. You're welcome. You're welcome. I've been wanting to move towards my land with horses, but I feel so much heaviness. Showed herself lately in the video. Oh, okay. The horses and the blood. Wow. Awesome. All right, guys. I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you guys so much for coming. That last message was very, very strong. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, release it. Release it. Any heaviness you feel around your heart, release that. Like I said, you know, you can yell. You don't have to have, you know, a singing bowl to do your heavy lifting for you. You can do it. But sometimes, I mean, don't get it twisted. I use this a lot. But at the end of the day, you know, your voice can do it too, can change the vibration of a room, can change to make change. It can make change. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Blessings, love, and light. Bye-bye. I'll see you soon.